Hi everyone and welcome to another painting tutorial. So today I'm going to take you through one way of how I paint the STORMCAST armor you might have seen on my STORMCAST Eternals army. So I do intend on doing quite a few different tutorials. If you have seen photos of my army on Instagram of my STORMCAST Eternals army, you'll have noticed a lot of my units have sort of different stone armor schemes. I just wanted a bit of variation in there just for fun. So with that being said, for the first one, for part one of this, I'm going to take you through this particular color scheme where I used Pterodon Turquoise, Basilicanum Grey, and Contrast Medium. That's a 1-1-1 mix, just equal parts, across a grey sear undercoat. So just apply this all across the armor, and then we'll move on to the next step. So as you can see, the contrast paint on its own has already provided a pretty cool effect. I'm now going to move on to a dry brush of Long Beard Grey. So as you can see, not a lot of paint on the dry brush, so I've just removed most of that on some paper towel. And I'm just going to go over the armor a couple of times. So with the Long Beard Grey dry brush completed, I'm just going to do some cracks and some highlights across the armor using Dead White by Vallejo. However, any white acrylic will do just fine. This is usually just my go-to. I really like this white. It's probably the only white acrylic that I've used that hasn't had any issues whatsoever, as in becoming clumpy, for example. I found that White Scar by Citadel, unfortunately, I did have that issue quite often. With that being said, most of the paints I use are Citadel though. Just sometimes it's good to branch out and try different things though if you find that something in particular isn't working. And I decided to do some cracks using Stegodon Scale Green as well. I just thought it would be the best color choice for the armor color that I'd already done. As you can see, just against the white it looks quite nice. However, if you want to try a different color, absolutely go ahead and give that a shot. So just randomly placing some cracks all across the armor. And as you can see, I'm also just showing you the leg. However, this obviously applies for the rest of the stone armor as well. And I'm just going to begin highlighting over some of the Stegodon Scale Green cracks with my Dead White. And just to add a little bit more effect, I'm just going to lightly shade some of the armor with Nuln Oil. And just as a final touch, I just wanted to add a little bit more of an effect, of a sort of a moss effect. So as you can see, I'm just going to begin shading with Militarum Green. So mostly just focusing on the recesses. And also just letting that run down just slightly onto the armor as well. Just giving it that sort of weathered effect. In a similar fashion as to how you'd imagine a statue in an overgrown sort of area would look. And here are some photos of the completed miniature and of course the completed stone armor. So as I said, this is just part one. There will be many more of these to come, and I'm really excited to show you what other stone armors you can do, as the possibilities are absolutely endless with this scheme. So I hope you found this tutorial useful today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again in the next one.